All right, hello, welcome. All right, tonight is all about celebrating the library and its greatest treasures. Some of you have already had a chance to go upstairs and see the newly opened David M. Rubenstein Treasures Gallery in its inaugural exhibit, centered on collecting memories. For those of you who have yet to see it, I would encourage you to venture upstairs after the show to get to see some really astounding material. We have original artworks by Stan Lee and Stephen Ditko for the Spider-Man comic. We have handwritten lyrics for The Sound of Music, President James Madison's crystal flute, a sewing machine used to create the AIDS Memorial Quilt, and much, much more. So, in sticking with the themes of treasures, what we have for you tonight is a real live treasure. All right. All right, so many of you are familiar with Natalie Merchant for her distinctive voice and her literary pop songs, but here at the library, we know her for her unwavering dedication to all things folk life. That's right, woo, yeah. And she is one of our newest board of trustees for the American Folklife Center, and she has been a super bright light and a wonderful service, as you'll see tonight, for the library. Wonderful ambassador. The Folklife Center is thrilled to celebrate the 50th anniversary of the Folklife Center in 2026, which is a time for us to help ensure a vibrant future for folk culture. As an investment in that future, we want to inspire people to learn traditional folk songs and games that are in the archives, and incorporate them into their lived experience. So tonight's performance and Saturday's Family Day, hosted by the library's Informal Learning Office, are some exciting steps in that direction. All right, one last thing. I need to take a moment and thank the library's donors and friends who help make the programs like this concert and the Saturday Family Days and the exhibits like the Treasures Gallery free, possible, and amazing. So thank you. Let's take a moment. Okay, all right, so get ready. We're in for a special treat. Natalie's performance will include music sourced from and traced back to the AFC archives and printed materials, as well as photographs and film footage from collections not only at AFC, but at the library's Prints and Photographs division. She is joined on stage by Maddie Gordon, Richie Stearns, Kevin Wimmer, Alex Lacquement, and Jackson Fitzgerald. So without further ado, please welcome tonight's performers.
We have lots of surprises for you, and lots of surprises for us, because we've never done this before. We are what you would call tonight circus performers, in that we are walking a tightrope. We are doing a group of songs that we've never done before, with a group of people I've never really played with before, in a space we've never played, and we're going to do a very complicated audio-visual presentation for you, which we did not rehearse. Nothing virtual about this experience. It's all real. And no one told me that there would be sign language interpretation. And they don't know that I'm absolutely fascinated by American Sign Language. So good evening to you and to everyone at home. Here we are at the incredibly magnificent institution of the Library of Congress. And it was about almost 2 years ago that I got a phone call while I was on vacation in Italy, and it was from Chuck Schumer's office. Very unusual. I don't usually receive phone calls from the Senate Majority Leader, but, and the question was, would you like to serve on a board at the Library of Congress? And I said, have you been reading my mail? Of course, I would love to serve on a board at the Library of Congress. I had already served on the New York State Council on the Arts for 6 years, at the behest of Eliot Spitzer, who then quickly went his own way. But it's been a phenomenal 2.5 years so far, or no, 1.5 years, almost 2 years. But the very first time I came down for orientation, and this is leading into what I'm about to show you. Well, before we start, I just want to mention that last night I saw the Treasures Gallery, the new Treasures Gallery, and it made me weep because, and this is going to, the other thing that is going to be a challenge is not weeping throughout this entire program, because it's a very emotional experience to behold Abraham Lincoln's contents of his pockets the night that he was assassinated. And the thing that brought me to tears was that the president of our nation had a broken pair of spectacles that he held together with a piece of string. And it's those little details that you're able to discover that tell you so much about history that you don't read in most books. So anyway, Grant is going to be helping me with the slideshow, and there's so much treasure. What is it, 178 million and counting items in this largest library in the world. And I wanted to share a piece of treasure that I found recently. It was made in 1897, and let's watch it. So obviously that piece of footage was filmed without sound. And I took another piece of treasure that I found in the archive, a Lomax recording, and paired them together. And I just find it extremely moving, that footage, that some of the earliest film footage that the Edison Company made, and that they felt that it was important to make a document of that little boy dancing that day. And we don't know who he was, but here we are with him. So the other thing I wanted to mention was that when I first came for orientation, that was the story I was starting to tell, there was an archivist that I met who's Barbara Baer, who's the head of the, I don't know if she's the head of, but she is she the head of the manuscript department? She's the what? She's the curator. And I'm so lucky I have Nikki in the front row, and Steve, and Jennifer. You can all correct me when I make mistakes. But Barbara asked Nikki, is there anything Natalie would like to see? And I said, I just wrote a song about Walt Whitman, if I could see anything related to Walt Whitman. And so she prepared an entire room of treasure because there are more Walt Whitman artifacts in the Library of Congress than anywhere. So there's a photograph that I've always loved of Walt Whitman. And this photograph was a photograph that we had in the studio the entire time we were recording my last record, and we recorded this song. So I'm going to start the concert with Song of Himself. And let's see if I can get through it without weeping. Because this man I love. I loved him so much during the pandemic. I thought of him all the time, and I read about him, and I decided to write this song about him because I thought, when have we been more divided? When have we been more divided? And that was the Civil War. And during the Civil War, Walt Whitman came here because his brother had been injured or sick, I can't remember. And he came to take care of his brother, but he ended up staying 3 years. And he cared for soldiers. He cared for them on the Union side and on the Confederate side. And he would read them letters. He would write letters home. He would write letters of condolence when they passed away. He would bring them snacks, oranges, crackers, jam. And he would hold their hands while they were dying. So this is a song for Walt. Now I'm really going to suffer. All right, let's give it a try. Oh, how time does gamble on, with countless comings of the dawn, with the vanishing of night, by transcendent rays of light. Come sing a song of gilded golden sun, of the dawning of a day begun, that will never, never come, won't come again. Who knew the blossom and the swelling seed? Who named the numberless shades of green? Who stopped to linger in the past? Who saw the world in a blade of grass? Come sing your song, son native born and bred, in a mother tongue so long unsung, unsaid. Set us free, set us free, with love above all causes, laws, and creeds. And your song, it will be sung and sung again. Electric surge of words that ebbed and flowed, the likes of which the world had never known, and will never, never come, find all the thieves, all the cursed and the diseased, fallen daughters and wayward sons. Your arms embracing everyone. Come sing a song of love, bold, brave, and proud. Love that has no break, love that knows no doubt. Set us free, set us free. With word conferred by ghost, by poetry, and at the dawning of the sun, you multitude of one, your song it will be sung and sung again. Thank you. Oh my goodness. And I wrote the set list. I carved out this little journey we're about to take together. And I thought, why don't I wreck myself in the first mile? I love that man. He's just, and it was when I was singing, with word conferred by ghost, by poetry. A lot of poetic ghosts are going to be in this building tonight, in this room, swirling around. All right, we'll do one we know. Where in hell can you go? Far from the things that you know, far from the sprawl of concrete that keeps crawling its way. About 1,000 miles a day. Take one last look behind. Commit this to memory and mind. Don't miss this wasteland, this terrible place when you leave. Keep your heart off your sleeve. Oh, motherland, cradle me, close my eyes, lullaby me to sleep. Keep me safe, lie with me, stay beside me, don't go. Don't you go. Oh, my 5-and-dime queen, tell me, what have you seen? The lust and the avarice, bottomless, cavernous greed. Is that what you see? Oh, motherland, cradle me, close my eyes, lullaby me to sleep. Keep me safe, lie with me, stay beside me, don't go. It's your happiness I want most of all. and for that I'd do anything at all. Oh, mercy me, if you want the best of it, if you want the most of all. Now if there's anything that I can do at all. Now come on, shotgun bride. What makes me envy your life? Faceless, nameless, innocent and blameless, free. You tell me what that's like to be. Oh, motherland, cradle me, close my eyes, lullaby me to sleep. Keep me safe, lie with me, stay beside me, don't go, don't go. Who wants to sing? Cradle me, close my eyes, lullaby me to sleep. Keep me safe, lie with me, stay beside me, don't go, don't go. Don't go. Thank you. All right, I have more treasure to share with you. One of my favorite photographers, since I was a child, because my mother brought home a book from the library, Prendergast Library in my hometown. She brought home a book about Louis Hine. And Louis Hine and Jacob Riis kind of pioneered photojournalism. And they call it muckraking, but I prefer to think of it as pioneering photojournalism. And what he did for, I think it was 12 years, he worked for the National Child Labor Committee, is that what Child Labor Committee? National Child Labor Committee. And here are some political cartoons that I was able to find in the archive that are related to child labor and the fight against child labor. And Grant, if you could pause on the next one. Winsor McCay. I didn't know that Winsor McCay did political cartoons. I knew all about his Little Nemo and Slumberland, but that is such a powerful cartoon. I mean, cartoon is a bad word for what that is. That is just a horrifying visualization of the process of taking small children and grinding them into withered, exhausted, maimed adults, which is what was happening in the textile industry, especially in the South in this country, and also in the North, a lot in Maine and especially Massachusetts. But the song that we're about to do for you was written by a mill worker. We don't know exactly who it was. There's a little dispute about it, and Steve might be able to clear that up someday. But I learned the version from a printed source, so I never heard a recording of it. I subsequently found out that Pete Seeger did record it, but my version's very different from his. It has a kind of, it can be known as a kind of rousing labor song, but I turned it into a ballad and I changed the title. It used to be called I Lived in a Town, and what was the other title for it? A Buffalo Mill Worker's Rhyme. But the book that I took it from claimed that it was written by a mill worker in Owensboro, Kentucky. So I called the song Owensboro, and I put it on my House Carpenter's Daughter album. And we're going to show you some slides of photographs by Lewis Hine while we are performing the next song, Owensboro. Well, I lived in a town way down south by the name of Owensboro, and I worked in a mill with the rest of the trash, as we're often called, as you know. We rise up early in the morning, and we work all day real hard to buy our little meat and bread, buy sugar, tea, and love. Children, they grow up unlearned, with no time to go to school. Almost before they learn to walk, they learn to spin and spoon. The folks in town, they dress so fine, and they spend their money free. They would hardly look at a factory hand who dresses like you. Would you let them wear their watches fine? Let them wear their gems, their pearly strings. But when that day judgment comes, they'll have to share their pretty things. And when that day of judgment comes, they'll have to share their pretty things. Thank you. Lord, Lord, Lord. All right. In this collection at the library, there are 5,000 Lewis Hine photographs of child laborers. And I probably looked at 2,000 of them to find those photographs, because there's 1,700 photographs of just mill workers. And I definitely looked at every one of those, plus the miners and the oyster shuckers and the newsboys. So if you get a chance, these are all digitized and they're online. And I think all teachers in this country should tell the truth about the history of child labor. It wasn't really abolished until 1938 in most states. Anyway, we're going to move along to the board that I'm a member of is the American Folklife Center, and we have not only is this the largest library in the world, we have the largest ethnographic sound recording library also in the world. Is that not correct? So glad my fact checkers are in the front row. And I'm going to play you a few, just not entire field recordings because we don't have enough time, but we'll play excerpts of them. And the first one we're going to play was recorded by Alan Lomax, and the archive does now take care of all the Lomax archive. And this is Texas Gladden, who is a remarkable ballad singer from Virginia. Is that correct? From Virginia. And we're going to listen to her singing The Devil's Nine Questions, and then we're going to reinterpret it here. It's our little archive challenge.
Oh, what is higher than a tree? Sing 99 and 90. And what is deeper than the sea? And you are the weaver's Bonnie. Heaven's higher than a tree. Sing 99 and 90. And hell is deeper than the sea. And I am the weaver's Bonnie.
Let's give her a round of applause. Because without these field recordings, so many of these songs would have been lost. And that whole folk revival that happened in the 50s and 60s and part of the 70s was made possible because of these song catchers who went and found these people who had this knowledge. A lot of these Anglo-American ballads that I really treasure. And I actually originally learned this song from a printed source. But when I heard the field recording, I wanted to include it tonight. So let's give it a try. Never performed before by this group of people. Oh, you must answer my questions 9. Sing 99 and 90. Oh, you're not God's, you're one of mine. And you are the weaver's Bonnie. What is whiter than the milk? Sing 99 and 90. And what is softer than silk? And who is the weaver's bunny? So I'm going to be the child and the devil. Snow is whiter than the milk. Sing 99 and 90. And down is softer than silk. And I am the weaver's bunny. I'm going to be the devil now. The way the devil stands. What is higher than the tree? Sing 99 and 90. And what is deeper than the sea? And who is the weaver's bunny? No, I'm just telling you, I'm not going over here to be the child again. Heaven is higher than a tree. Sing 99 and 90. And hell is deeper than the sea. And I am the weaver's bunny. Now. What is louder than the horn? Sing 99 and 90. And what is sharper than a thorn? And who is the weaver's bunny? Thunder is louder than a horn. Sing 99 and 90. And death is sharper than a thorn. And I am the weaver's bunny. How many questions are we up to? It's the devil's 9 questions. What's more innocent than a lamb? Sing 99 and 90. And what is meaner than womankind? And who is the weaver's bunny? Well, a babe is more innocent than a lamb. Sing 99 and 90. The devil is meaner than womankind. And I am the weaver's bunny. Says, you have answered my questions tonight. Sing 99 and 90. You are God's, not one of mine. And you are the weaver's bunny. As the devil, I thank you. As the child, I thank you. was a little departure from delving into the darker aspects of the human condition. But we're going back there a bit now. This is where I dwell. It's where I find my comfort. So, we're going to show you, if you dig long enough and deep enough, it's amazing what you'll find. The Elgin Gazette from, I believe it's the day after Christmas in 1906 or 1903. Can anyone see that? Well, you just have to take my word for it. 1903 and 1906. And there's an item there that you might read. You see, there's a piece about teeth. They promise to give a certain amount of money if anyone comes to their dental office and experiences pain. See those teeth in the corner there? And then there's some kind of wild pig in pursuit of that colonial figure. But anyway, it's the day after Christmas, and you might read in Elgin Gazette. Elgin is now I think a suburb of Chicago, but at the time it was its own community. Am I pronouncing it wrong? Is it Elgin? Elgin. Elgin. All right, so let's take a closer look. Oh, veteran of, I'm going to read it backwards and prove my dyslexia is not a lie. Veteran of 2 wars, Dion de Morel, soldier, sailor, and friend of Colonel Cody, is dead. Was first clown in, and I think that's a typo, in Bailey's circus, lost a fortune. Do you know that Hemingway challenge? Someone asked Hemingway if he could tell a story in 6 words? And I think it was like, baby shoes never worn. Oh, baby shoes never worn. For sale. That's 8 words. But anyway, I'm just making the analogy. I'm in a room full of archivists and librarians, so I'm really, the tightrope is sagging from time to time. But I probably know more about Dion de Marbel than you do, so I'm going to tell you about him. Dion de Marbel wrote one of my favorite songs. And at the time of his death, it was one of many Americans' favorite songs. But because he didn't file his copyright properly, and because there were some unscrupulous characters in the music business, which they're all gone now. They're all gone now. That's what I tell my daughter when she was little about the Romans every Easter. It's like, who killed Jesus? The Romans, but they're all gone now. Anyway, so Dion de Marbel wrote this beautiful hymn called When They Ring the Golden Bells for You and Me, which I recorded for an album of mine in 1998 called Ophelia. And I always wanted to know who wrote this beautiful song, so I went on a Dion de Marbel quest. And I found out that he had the most remarkable life. He emigrated from France in 1816, I believe. He went off on a whaling ship as soon as he possibly could. As soon as he was of age, he went off on a whaling ship off the coast of Maine. Then he became a drummer in the Mexican-American War, a drummer again in a regiment, I believe, from Michigan. He fought in the Civil War. After the war, he was a ventriloquist, a sleight of hand artist. He started his own opera company. He also was a thespian. He made friends with James Bailey, who started a circus before Barnum and Bailey Circus. This is the James Bailey Circus. He was the first clown, possibly in America, professional clown. Then he thought, well, this circus thing is pretty good. I'll start my own circus. So he started his own circus, and his big top caught on fire somewhere in Canada. I haven't found out where. and he lost his entire fortune, $20,000 to $30,000 fortune. He ended up going back to a small town outside of Chicago to basically live out his last years. He would take occasional forays into dime museum performing, and he did a lot of square dance calling, and he just was an all-around great guy to have around from everything I've read about him. And I have to, people loved him. He had horrible rheumatism, and he drank a lot. But this is what I read in the Elgin Gazette as well. Carpenterville is threatened with a sleight of hand show by a gentleman with a ferocious name, Dion de Marbel, who on his bills calls himself the ambidextrous Pucomantheist, whatever that may mean. And I didn't add that. That was actually a parenthetical remark in the Elgin Gazette, whatever that may mean. The title is alluring, but we hardly opine that the gentleman with the other name will develop as great drawing qualities as does the Dundee skating rink, whatever that means. But anyway, he ended up dying on Christmas Day in either 1903 or 1906. I didn't write it down, I'm sorry. And spent 37 years in an unmarked grave because he was penniless. Oh, did I mention he was friends with Buffalo Bill Cody? And he helped start the Wild West show? No, I didn't mention that. And there is an account of Buffalo Bill Cody coming to town, discovering that his old friend, Dion de Marbel, was penniless, living in a soldier's home, and apparently, allegedly, gave him a roll of bills when he left town. So just amazing stories about this man. And we're going to do his song, When They Ring the Golden Bells, now. There's a land beyond the river that they call the sweet forever, and we'll only reach that shore by fate's decree. One by one we'll gain the portals, there to dwell with the immortals. When they ring the golden bells for you and me. Oh, don't you hear the bells now ringing? Don't you hear the angels singing? It's a glory, hallelujah, jubilee. In that far-off sweet forever, just beyond the shining river, when they ring the golden bells for you and me, we shall know no sin nor sorrow in that heaven of tomorrow, when our hearts shall sail beyond the silvery sea. We shall only know the blessing of our Father's sweet caressing, when they ring the golden bells for you and me. Oh, don't you hear the bells now ringing? Don't you hear the angels sing? when they ring the golden bells for you and me. In that far off sweet forever, just beyond the shining river, when they ring the golden bells for you and me, when our days shall know their number, when in death we sweetly slumber, when the King commands the spirit to be free, nevermore with anguish laden we shall reach that lovely Eden. When they ring the golden bells for you and me. And just so you don't go to bed thinking about his crock cover size marker that said drummer boy or whatever, he actually was given a proper stone. After 37 years in his unmarked grave, a group of citizens, mostly veterans of the Civil War, put together a fund, and I've seen the marker. They made a stone. And it just says Dion de Marbel, drummer. Anyway, we're going to move along. And now, I think we're going to be here for 3 hours. I think we're only supposed to be here for 4 I'm sorry, just feel free to, evacuate the building, but I've got things to say. About every song here. All right, no, I won't say much about the next song. It's from the famous shape note book called The Sacred Harp. And, right? Is that what we're doing? Yes. It's called Weeping Pilgrim. Oh, and you can sing along. Do you know this one? Weeping Pilgrim? If you see them, is that the key it's in? If you see them, mother, please tell them I'm a poor mourning pilgrim bound for Canaan land. And your part is, well, I weep and I mourn. Richie, you know this one.
I do.
You can sing along with me.
I think I will.
Okay. Well, I weep and I mourn, and I move slowly on. We let that drift off, which that's not in the shape notebook. I'm a poor mourning pilgrim bound for Canaan land. So now you know your part. And I just go mother, brother, sister, and father. So 4 verses, each one very similar, except a different family member is being honored. If you see them, sister, please tell them I'm a poor mourning pilgrim bound for Canaan land. your last opportunity to sing. If you well, I weep and I moan and I move slowly on. I'm a poor morning pilgrim bound for Canaan. I caught you. That's the retard and the end. And if you didn't sing before, do you want to sing that one more time? And we'll try to get it. So at the end we go, I'm a poor morning pilgrim bound for Canaan land. Let's pretend we did it. 'Cause we have to think about time. You are ready. All right, I'll say less. Let's move on to the next slide. We have beautiful, angelic, wonderful, lovely Jean Ritchie. And the American Folklife Center is the guardian of her collection, of her papers, of her recordings, of her personal items. And I can't wait to dig into those boxes. So I'm going to find them, going to dig in. Because what I love about her is the preservation of the ballads, but also she loved children. She was the youngest child of 14, and a very musical family. And her brain was a repository for all those songs. And if I'm correct, and I'm sure there's someone in the front row who can make sure I am, she originally wasn't going to be a singer. She wanted to be a social worker. And she worked at the Henry Street Settlement House in Manhattan. She went to school in New York, right? She went to college in New York. And actually, later we'll show you some photographs of her at the Henry Street Settlement House. But that's where she became sort of fired up about children and folk music and folk games. And we're indebted to her for all the beautiful children's music that she recorded and for us, for the ages. But we're going to do a song that I learned from her. Actually, this one I learned from a printed source as well. It's the same sort of thing. But at the Folklife Center, I found of her version, and I want you to hear it. Fair and Tender Ladies. Oh, that's her with her aunt.
Come all you fair and tender ladies, take warning now, you court young men. They're like a star on a cloudy morning. They'll first appear and then they're gone.
And there's so many places where you can hear recordings of Jean Ritchie, but that is, it feels like a field recording. It is a field recording, but it feels like so many of the other recordings in the archive, and that she was a professional singer. It's really, I think it's another piece of treasure to have this really candid and unadorned version of one of her songs that she was saving for us. Okay, so we'll give it a try. This is the way that I learned it from a book. Come all ye fair and tender ladies, take warning how you court your man. They're like a stone On a summer's morning, they first appear, and then they're gone. They'll tell to you some loving story and make you think they love you well, and then they'll go and court another and leave you here in grief to dwell. Oh, I wish I was a little sparrow, that I had wings, wings that I could fly. I'd fly into the arms of my false true lover, and when he'd ask, I would deny. So come all ye fair, fair and tender ladies, take warning how you court your man. They're like a storm on a summer's morning. They first appear, and then they're gone. Oh, the great exodus is happening. Well, feel free. All right. Should we let's do Airship.
Oh,
Yeah. I'm just gonna skip a song. People have had enough. So we were only supposed to play for a brief period of time, but we have a lot of things we want to share. All right, we're going to listen to a little, it's not a field recording, but it's from the National Jukebox of the Library of Congress. And here it is. It's called Come Take a Trip in My Airship, and it was recorded in 1905. It was written by George Honeyboy Evans and Ren Shields. And let's hear it. It's, I can't remember who's singing it. Oh, J.W. Myers is singing it. Big baritone star.
come take a trip in my airship. Come take a sail among the stars. Come have a ride around Venus. Come have a spin around Mars. No one to watch while we're feasting. No one to see while we spoon. Come take a trip in my airship, and we'll visit the man in the moon.
All right, so just before we start the song, I want to go to the next slide and show you George Honeyboy Evans and Ren Shields, because they are one dapper duo. Okay, so here we go. I recorded this back in I think it was 1996 or 7, for a pediatric AIDS benefit album. And here we go. Come take a trip on my airship. I once loved a sailor. Once a sailor loved me, but he was not a sailor who sailed on the wide blue sea. He sailed in an airship, sailed like a bird on the wing, and every evening at midnight he would come to my window and sing. Come take a trip in my airship. Come sail away to the stars. We'll travel to Venus. We'll sail away to Mars. No one will see while we're kissing. No one will know as we swoon. So come take a trip in my airship, and we'll visit the man in the moon. One night while sailing away from the stars, we passed by the Milky White Way. While idly drifting and watching the stars, he asked if I'd name the day. Just by the dipper I gave in my heart the sunshine of the honeymoon. We swore to each other we never would part, and we teach all the babies this tune. Everybody, come take a trip in my airship. Come sail away to the stars. We'll travel to Venus. We'll sail away to Mars. No one will see while we're kissing. No one will know as we spoon. So come take a trip in my airship, and we'll visit the man in the moon. Let me go. See, we know how to have fun too. All right, so that's so sweet. Now we're going to do a song that I learned indirectly from Ruth Crawford Seeger. Let's have a look at Ruth, if we could. Grant. So Ruth Crawford Seeger's, you can correct me, does the AFC have it or the music division, her papers? Music division. So Ruth Crawford Seeger, who is Pete Seeger's stepmother, also mother of Peggy, Mike, Penny, Barbara. Is that all the kids? Okay. But when Barbara was what you need to know about Ruth Crawford Seeger, and you probably all know about her, but she was classically trained, she was a composer, and she was on track to be one of the 20th century's probably most important female composers. And she got kind of sidetracked. She married a musicologist named Carl Seeger, right? And in 1932, and he had a child from a previous marriage, and then they boom, 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 had 3 more kids, or 4 more kids. They had 5 total. Did I Peggy, Mike, Peggy. She had 5 children to care for. And to make money, she started working with the Lomaxes. She started transcribing the field recordings so that they could, I think it was Our Singing Country was the big project that they ended up doing, which is kind of a Bible of folk music. And then she ended up she started working in her daughter Barbara's preschool and realized we should have a couple anthologies of these songs for children. So she did American folk songs for children, animal songs for children, and a beautiful project that my friend Elizabeth Mitchell did was based on her Christmas book, really unusual. If you get a chance to listen to that, it's called The Sounding Joy. But anyway, Ruth, actually I think, did she write a symphony or a quartet based on Risley Rossley? Do you know? A symphonic piece based on this folk song we're about to play for you. And you can sing along. Can you sing Ristlety, Rustlety, now, now, now? I'm in the wrong key. I met my wife in the month of June.
Ristlety, rustlety, now, now, now.
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 That's your part. Couldn't be easier. Okay, so Richie's gonna start us out here. I met my wife in the month of June.
Ristlety, rustlety, now, now, now.
I carried her off in a silver spoon.
Ristlety, rustlety, now, now, now.
Ristlety, rustlety, hey, bombosity, nickety, nackety, rustical quality. Willoughby, wallaby, now, now, now. She swept the floor but once a year.
Ristlety, rustlety, now, now, now.
She swore that brooms they cost too dear.
Ristlety, rustlety, now, now, now.
Ristlety, rustlety, hey, bombosity, nickety, nackety, rustical quality, Willoughby, be now. She combed her hair but once a year.
Ristlety, rustlety, now, now, now.
With every rake she shed a tear.
Ristlety, rustlety, now, now, now.
Ristlety, rustlety, hey, bombosity, nickety, nackety, rustical quality, Willoughby, wallaby, now. Okay, you're in the hot seat. I met my wife in the month of June.
Ristlety, rustlety, now, now, now.
I carried her off in a silver spoon.
Ristlety, rustlety, now, now, now.
She swore that brooms they cost too dear.
Ristlety, rustlety, now, now, now.
She swept the floor but once a year.
Ristlety, rustlety, now, now, now.
She combed her hair but once a year.
Ristlety, rustlety, now, now, now.
With every rake she shed a tear.
Ristlety, rustlety, now, now, now.
Ristlety, rustlety, hey, bombosity, nickety, nackety, rustical quality, Willoughby, wallaby, now. All right, as promised, here are photographs of Jean Ritchie, who we all love so much. You should watch her Rainbow Quest episode with Pete Seeger. It's amazing. All right, so we're going to do a song that I actually learned from the Harry Smith Anthology of American Folk Music, but we have a field recording of a totally different variant of the song that Jean sang. And are we hearing it over this or the next slide? I promised you would see her in her other career path. And there she is as a teacher. And so we're going to hear Old Shoe Boots and Leggings.
Mommy told me to open the door. Oh, Kato won't have him. I opened the door and he fell on the floor with his old shoe boots and his leggings. Mommy told me to bring him a chair. Oh, Kato won't have him. I brought him a chair and I wished he wasn't there with his old shoe boots and his leggings.
And that's probably one of the few action shots you're going to find of Jean Ritchie. And she's in full action there. So speaking of action, we have Matty Gordon with us this evening, and he's going to do a little dancing. Matty's one of the foremost percussive dancers in America. And he happens to be here on the stage with us. We're going to do the one that Matty dances to, the one we just heard. There's a little confusion because the songs are swapped on the list. But there are a lot of these kinds of songs of, I suppose it was quite popular in the day. It's not popular anymore for older men to marry young women. That doesn't happen anymore. That's an archaic practice. But anyway, this is one of those, the old man's come a-courtin', and one of us is, too many daughters, one of you's got to go. So that's where this one comes from. Thank God that practice is obsolete. No, we already did hear it, Richie. Grandpa. It's the old man getting caught in the there you go. Here we go. We all remember it now. Remember it? With his overshoes on and his leggings, and old and his old came a-courtin' one day. Oh, the girls wouldn't have him. He came down the lane with a walking cane, with his overshoes on and his leggings. My mother, she told me to give him a chair, but all the girls wouldn't have him. I gave him a chair and he looked mighty queer, with his overshoes on and his leggings. My mother, she told me to take off his hat, but all the girls wouldn't have him. I hung up his hat and he kicked at the cat, with his overshoes on and his leggings. on and his leggings. My mother, she told me to send him away. No, the girls wouldn't have him. I sent him away and he left Christmas Day with his overshoes on and his leggings. Jenny Jenkins. Thank you for coming. That's a school night, you know. Got babysitters and jobs. Okay, we only have a couple more. Okay, we're going to do a song I actually learned from Gene Ritchie. It's called Jenny Jenkins. And Richie's going to help me out. We got Richie Stearns on the banjo, Kevin Rimmer on the fiddle, Jackson Fitzgerald, Alex on the bass, and Nettie Gordon.
Will you wear red, oh my dear, oh my dear? Will you wear red, Jenny Jenkins?
Oh, I won't wear red, it's the color of my hair. Now buy me a folly dollar, tilly tolly, sink a double, use a color roll to find me. Roll, Jenny Jenkins, roll.
What will you wear, oh my love, oh my dear? Will you wear white, Jenny Jenkins?
No, I won't wear white, for the color's too bright. Now buy me a folly dolly, sink a double, use a color roll to find me. Roll, Jenny Jenkins, roll.
Will you wear green, oh my dear, oh my dear? Will you wear green, Jenny Jenkins?
No, I won't wear green, I'm ashamed to be seen. Now buy me a folly dolly, tilly tolly, sink a double, use a color roll to find me. Roll, Jenny Jenkins, roll.
Will you wear blue, oh my dear, oh my dear? Will you wear blue, Jenny Jenkins?
No, I won't wear blue, 'cause I'm no fool. Now buy me a folly dolly, tilly tolly, sink a double, use a color roll to find me. Roll, Jenny Jenkins, roll.
Will you wear black, oh my dear, oh my dear? Will you wear black, Jenny Jenkins?
No, I won't wear black, it's the color of the sack. And I'll buy me a folly dolly, tilly tolly, sink a double, use a color roll to find me. Roll, Jenny Jenkins, roll.
Oh, what will you wear, oh my dear, oh my dear? What will you wear, Jenny Jenkins?
I'll just go bare with a ribbon in my hair. Now buy me a folly dolly, tilly tolly, sink a double, use a color roll to find me. Roll, All right, this is our last song. They told us I usually play 3-hour shows. So they said, could you play for 40 minutes? I said, no. I can't. I can play for an hour, and I knew secretly it would be an hour and a half. All right. And you've all been given permission to leave if you've had enough. We established that. So now we're going to the last song I found by mistake. I'm working on this project with the archive of unearthing some really rare children's music that I really want to do something with someday. And this was not on my list. I sent 80 specific call numbers of digitized but not available to the public recordings. And this one showed up, and it's called Where Shall I Be? And it was originally, from what I understand, a spiritual from, people think maybe Alabama or Mississippi, like deep south. And it's been, the earliest printed edition that I've been able to find of it is from the late 1800s. But we have Steve Winnick, who I owe my childhood for. Steve Winnick is an amazing archivist at the American Folklife Center, and he found 3 variants of the song. We're going to listen to all 3, but just excerpts of them. And I put the credits up there so you can see what you're listening to.
Where shall I be when the first trumpet sounds? Where shall I be when it sounds so loud? Well, it sounds so loud until it'll wake up the dead. Where shall I be when it sounds? Well, God won't know about a rainbow sign. Where shall I be? Well, there's no more water but found next time. Where shall I be in glory? Where shall I be?
Tell me where shall I be when the first trumpet sounds? Tell me where shall I be when it sounds so loud? It will sound so loud, it will wake up the dead. Tell me where shall I be when it sounds?
So amazing that I refer to the sound library as the storehouse of the heart and soul of America. And not just America, I mean, they're recordings from all over the world, but it really is the storehouse. It's just these moments that these musicologists were able to capture for us are phenomenal. They're just, I have endless fascination for listening to field recordings. And we're indebted to people like Dr. Helen Creighton, who is from Nova Scotia. And that last variant that you heard was the one that I stumbled on. And I did a little research into the Nova Scotia's Home for Colored Children. The Canadian, at the time, this was recorded in 1944, but I think the home was founded in the 1920s. At the time, there were no orphanages for black children. There was segregation, and it was one of the first orphanages for black children. And a lot of these black children were descendants of the loyalists, the black loyalists who had fought during the Revolutionary War. So these are families that have long roots. They were given land in Nova Scotia in exchange for being loyal to the British during the Revolutionary War. But anyway, the home was notorious for both physical and sexual abuse of the children. It was eventually shut down in scandal and horror. And what I found in recent newspaper articles is that it was torn to the ground, destroyed, the house, and rebuilt. And now it's an incubator for black businesses, and it's a cultural center. So I found all that out because I stumbled on this little 30 seconds of sound in the library. And I love this song, and we're going to, the Carter family recorded it, I found out subsequently, the Friendly Brothers, Reverend Dan Smith. I've heard several other versions now. It's really opened my eyes to this song. So we're going to do it for you, and thank you so much for coming. Thank you. Where shall I be when the first trumpet sounds? Where shall I be when it sounds so loud? When it sounds so loud, it will wake up the dead. Tell me, where shall I be when it sounds? I may be on the long white road when the first trumpet sounds. I may be on the long white road when it sounds so loud. When it sounds so loud, it will wake up the dead. Tell me, where shall I be when it sounds? Tell me, where shall I be when the first trumpet sounds? Where shall I be when it sounds so loud? When it sounds so loud, it will wake up the dead. Tell me, where shall I be when it sounds? If you want to sing this on my knees, I may be on my knees when the first trumpet sounds. I may be on my knees when it sounds so loud. When it sounds so loud, it will wake up the dead. Tell me, where shall I be when it sounds? Sing with us. Tell me, where shall I be when the first trumpet sounds? Where shall I be when it sounds so loud? When it sounds so loud, it will wake up the dead. Tell me, where shall I be when it sounds? I may meet my sweet Lord. I may meet my sweet Lord when the first trumpet sounds. I may meet my sweet Lord when All right, you might not want to sit down for this one. This one has no slideshow. I learned this from the New Lost City Ramblers. Hop along, Peter, where you going? Hop along, Peter, where you going? Hop along, Peter, where you bearing mine? Ain't coming back till it's gooseberry time. And that's an interesting way to measure time. When is gooseberry time? It's got really funny lyrics that I have committed to memory, like, old Mother Hubbard and her dog were Dutch. Bow-legged rooster, and he hobbled on a crutch. Hen chawed tobacco and the duck drank wine. The goose played the fiddle on the pumpkin vine. Very useful information that I have committed to memory. All right, Richie, get us in there. Oh, no. You get us in there, Kevin. Kevin likes to make everything a little swampy. So we're going down to New Orleans. Heather Hodges, this is for you. Old Uncle Peter, he got tight. Started up to heaven on a stormy night. Road being rough and him not well. He lost his way and he went to hop along, Peter, where you gone? Hop along, Peter, where you gone? Hop along, Peter, with your bear in mind. Ain't coming back till it's gooseberry time. Old Mother Hubbard and a dog with Dutch. Bow-legged rooster and he hobbled on a crutch. Hen chawed tobacco and the duck drank wine. The goose played the fiddle on the pumpkin vine. Hop along, Peter, where you going? Hop along, Peter, where you going? Hop along, Peter, with your bear in mind. Ain't coming back till it's gooseberry time. Down in the barnyard, playing seven up. Old town cat and a yellow pup. Old Mother Hubbard, she's a picking on the fleas, and the roosters in the cream jar up to his knees. Hop along, Peter, where you gone? Hop along, Peter, where you gone? Hop along, Peter, with your bear in mind. Ain't coming back till it's gooseberry time. Hop along, Peter, where you going? Hop along, Peter, where you going? Hop along, Peter, with your bear in mind. Ain't coming back till it's gooseberry time.